What is up, YouTube? Una here for another OPTC video, and today we're going to do the Buster Call with my favorites, the Strikers. And I totally think that I am the hipster where I only like them because nobody else uses them. We're going to go with a double kid because I don't like doing anything less than a 2.5. I'm just that grumpy. I'm not down with Alkaji, but if you wanted to, Alkaji is totally a safer way of doing it. I just did this. I failed a couple times trying to figure out, the right team. I did it a couple times without Smoker. I found out you totally need Smoker for this. You totally need level 2 anti-bind, and then once you have those two, honestly, this level just became a lot easier to do. So for these first few rounds, just try and take out as many. Okay, good. I don't think I've ever seen 4 units having a 1-turn cooldown, but that's what it was. But this is going to follow kind of a similar strategy for like a slasher. But what I really like about slashers, strikers, is look at Kid. I mean, he's a 2.5 lead, but he's got a 6-turn cooldown. That means basically every round or every other round I can have like kind of like a weaker area attack as well as a matching orb. Like, that is just a recipe for awesomeness for when you have so many rounds like this does here. I don't really care about Smoker Special. To me, he's just a strong hitting dex unit that the only level that was giving me a hard time with my previous 2 runs was actually the very good, the quick guy with the high defense units. I had a lot of problems with trying to get him just above 20% and then pushing him down. Sometimes my orbs wouldn't match, so it just wasn't consistent. As soon as I brought Smoker, I've just done this 3 times, 2 times in a row, something like that, and it hasn't been an issue at all. There's always a way out of different problems. Every time you play this game, it's just slightly different in terms of your cooldowns, your orbs. So you need a team that's just slightly flexible enough. And with a 10 cooldown on Kaku and the 6 turn down to cooldown on like the Kid, it's just too easy. So I do have a lot of matching orbs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rock Kaku here. And we will push through these units. You don't have to, obviously, but we will push through taking some of these units out, and I'll do a decent amount of damage again. Oh, careful. Don't want to push him under 20% because then he just resummons all those guys. So you don't want Shu to attack too many turns here. I think I sometimes tried Usopp here, but the problem is you really need, in my opinion, I like to have Usopp ready for the next round. So get rid of any weak orbs there, and because of the Kaku thing. Looks like I'm actually not even going to really need it, but yeah. Okay, cool. So just kind of look for, okay, good, some meat. Just look for some meat just to kind of continue to heal up since we don't have a very high auto heal for this team. Here we go. And then this is the stage that I thought was difficult. Once I show you how to kind of pass this, you'll find out a double Kid Striker team is totally viable. It's nothing wrong with the Alkaji approach. I just like a 2.5 attack, a lot better than a 2x. Not a fan of those. So you'll use 1 Kid special here, and that's basically the trick. So those guys all have 5 hit points, but by using Kid, they come down to 4 hit points. So it doesn't even matter what your team build was. You can always take them out with all of your units, and that's what made them. Wow, look at all that meat. And that's what made this level a lot more viable for me with a double Kid. Was just using a Kid special there, and then. I guess I don't really need Usopp. I used to save Usopp for here, but until I figured out the Kid thing. But I don't know. I'm just kind of stupid. So could have used Kid on the previous, or Usopp on the previous round. So just like I said, you want a team that's flexible enough, and there's play with when you use Kid, when you use Usopp on this team. Oops, got that really close to 20%. And ideally you'd want Smoker to have an orb here, but I'm just too close, I feel like, to his 20%, and I'm not going to risk it. I'll just push him out here. Boop. And that's it. That's kind of the hard thing, I feel like, for a Striker team was that stage right there, is pushing him out under that 20%. It gave me some issues in the beginning, and obviously an Alkaji team could wipe through that part, no problem. But I want to try the 2.5 attack. So, okay, so if you don't use Usopp on the previous round, use Usopp here. If you did use Usopp on the previous round, use your double Kid here. Both, switching those around work just fine. And I really hate Strawberry. I think and it's not even necessarily the Striker team, but I think it's kind of like the Whitebeard team, the Log Luffy team, basically every other team, Nell team. This level is so hard for me because he hits so hard. I don't think it's as big as an issue for strikers since you can save your Usopp or your double kid here, but I still just have like a lot of negative feelings. And obviously Aokiji hits just ridiculously hard. So yeah, that's why I always either Usopp or double kid here, because this is not a stage you want to mess with. If you get past that very good, you don't want to be struggling with this stage. So and then after this stage is going to be our man, the Onigumo man himself, which also another reason why you run double kid is that you can use his boosted attack against Dex here, because strength's obviously good against Dex. So I go ahead and use the Sunny Go here just to clear out the enemies. You don't need to waste time because Onigumo does hit hard, and then just kind of you're not going to take him out in this first round here. But you will, particularly only one strength orb, but you will bring him really, really close to 20%. Like, look at that. So let him attack once, and then just take him out in the next round. If you didn't have strength orbs, if you had really bad orbs, you could obviously have used Kid Special there, because you don't need Kid Specials for the next round with Dalmatian. It's really Kaku's going to be our hero for the next round. And as you can see, each unit, Strawberry with Aokiji, Kid with this, Kid also with very good. Kaku here, and then Smoker with very good as well. Each unit has a specific place in this team, which I think is really, really important for team building. And I felt like Aokiji just didn't really make sense. I don't know, that might be a little bit too cerebral because he totally works, but it's just a personal preference. Like I get bugged when a unit doesn't make sense on a team. So we've got 2 units here, so we should probably, and especially with these weaker orbs, I'm going to spend some time taking these guys out right here. And we'll switch back to Dalmatian and do some damage against him. And then, oh hey, look at these orbs. I don't want to lock. I was thinking about potentially locking there, but we're going to save that for Onigumo, and not only, Onigumo, I keep calling him Onigumo, for Momonga. And then particularly for Momonga, we really want to have a matching orb on Aokiji if we can. So we'll just take the hits here, because this is the last time that we'll really kind of take some damage. Let's see here. Definitely want to make sure that you attack with Aokiji, because we really want a... oh, thank God. We really want that orb. So here's where you'd be hunting for orbs here. And since we got our orbs, I'm going to actually protect the left side here. And there we go. And just make sure that we keep these orbs, because what we're going to do is we're going to lock them as soon as this round starts, because Aokiji will be our hero to take out Momonga along with Kaku. Okay. So what he does is he'll actually... And we'll go ahead and give ourselves some matching orb there. What Momonga will do is he'll, after this first turn, delayed or not, he'll summon units in the first 2 rows, which is a little bit of an annoying thing. So I recommend, I used to Usopp right away and just kind of deal with him. I've learned that it's actually easier just to let him summon those 2 units, and then Usopp. Take a little bit of damage, and then you can Usopp to make sure everyone is delayed, and take them out accordingly. So. Just take out the one hit guy, and then you'll want to switch to, oops, well, okay, we'll just take them out and just use Aokiji, because we do get 2 rounds for both the burst. So he'll come in the mid. Now is when you are going to want to Usopp, because then that'll push everybody back a little bit. So hopefully that walkthrough made sense. Basically look for matching orbs for a lock/burst round here with 2 rounds of Kaku and Aokiji. And it shouldn't be a problem to push out Momonga just like that. And then look at all these turns we have left to kill these guys and all these matching orbs. So to double Kid, totally workable. I think those 2 strength orbs, Usopp, Kaku, it just makes it so flexible. And then just hunt for orbs when you're on Dalmatian. Ideally you just need 2, honestly, with either Kaku or Smoker, but you definitely want one on Aokiji. And then you could use Kid to manipulate the top row, so it's not too hard to get matching orbs, but it does, you do have to hunt a little bit, so particularly since you can't rearrange like you can with Dofi. So good luck with your farming, guys. Una out.